Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to part 7 of my Season of Chic workshop series. Today is the conclusion of this series, and we'll be creating some Memories and More cards. Using the Memories and More cards, these are actually a package. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And there's an actual card pack with lots of little crafty goodness on it. I'm going to show you some products right now. One more time. This is my favorite suite in the annual catalog. Now, when I say annual catalog, it's also on the website. This is the annual catalog. It goes on till April, the end of April, or beginning of May 2023. And here is the Texture Chic suite. So we are focused on the suite for this entire series. And one of the things I love about the workshop series I do is that it allows me to really, really dig into a product suite and just, I don't know, for lack of a better term, get your money's worth. That's what I used to just think about this. I did one on that last year, this one. I've lost count of how many projects I've created with this. It really just is amazing. Now, in the back here of this catalog, there's a supply section that says Memories and More. And you can see so in addition to all these coordinating products in the suite, the designer series paper, the stamps, the dies, the distressed gold paper. Then you have these Memories and More, Texture Chic Memories and More card pack, and Texture Chic Memories and More cards and envelopes. So I'm going to show you those, and that's what was in your kit. Some of you purchased a kit from me, a workshop kit for this series, and this was actually August series, and I'm just finishing it in September. I'll let you know what we have already started for October as well. I'm finishing it in September, and I'm going to show you September's series at the end of this. So these are the envelopes. So you can take these envelopes and you can cut them apart and turn them into cards. You can just do stuff like this with cut these little pieces. They're fantastic envelopes. And then here are the cards. And this is what they look like. Okay? So you just get all the same. They're all the same. They come in a pack of, 20. It says one set. I'm thinking 20. Okay? Sorry for hitting the camera and shaking it. I'm getting excited. And then you get a pack of these. Now, each you got a half a pack in your kit. So I don't know what you have left. So you might not exactly create the same cards as me. But I'm going to open up the cards and show you which cards I use for each one a little bit later. So let's dive into it and grab yourself a couple of cards. And the envelopes you don't need yet, but just get a couple of cards. I'm going to get my deck cleared off here. And just show you that this is the stamp set we're using. And then the dies, but I already have the dies that we need. It's just an awesome set of dies. Just need to clear all this stuff off. And we don't need any other card stock. We're just going to use the things that come with the Memories and More cards. I need something to stamp on. I'm going to be using Evening Evergreen, because it's a nice dark color that coordinates with the suite. Okay, let's do this. So let's start with this. I don't know how many cards we'll get done. We'll just start with this one. Maybe I'll just do 2. So here I'm gonna say, let's start with this. We're gonna say this piece, this is a Memories and More card. And then if you open this up, I put in here the things you're gonna need. So out of your card pack, you're gonna dig out the piece that looks like a little piece of grid paper. It has a little checkered, graph paper, not grid paper, graph paper or grid paper. So this is the card you want. You want one of these, right? It says, these are the days on one side, okay? You want that one. Now you want this one, and I know we've been cutting pieces of this apart already. So hopefully you still have a piece of this, and we're gonna just cut out this cute little flower from this. And then you need you need this one here. This is the card that says, when we have each other, we have everything. See, it's called Memories and More because you can put these in your Memories and More books for your journaling and your scrapbooking. And then you need this little piece that says congratulations. Now, save the congratulations because it's on another card under there. I'm going to show you how to use the congratulations. And so then just little scraps. Okay, so that's what you're going to need. So you're going to take this and you're going to take your trimmer and just start trimming these things apart. So for this one, we'll stamp on it before we trim it apart. For these ones, so if we're making this card, we're going to take this little panel and make it 1.25 inches. So there's an inch on our trimmer and an inch and a quarter. It'll give us enough where we save our congratulations. See that? Perfectly save our congratulations. Flip it around. An inch and a quarter on that side. Okay. When you have a small piece of paper, one tip is bring your blade down below the paper and push up against the little ledge. Don't try to push down or your paper gets wonky in the cutting process. See? So now we save this, and we're going to use that for the shell card that we may or may not make. I don't think we can't make all 5 cards just because of the time. So we just probably make 1 or 2 cards. So here's your little pieces, and we have them. So now, what else? We need a piece. We need a piece that's about, I think I already cut that piece. So we're going to take this. I already cut that little piece for you. I think it was an inch. Let's see. Yeah, this little piece. So we do need this little card too to get that little piece of brown behind there. And instead of like an inch and a quarter, I did an inch and an eighth. I believe, but we'll try it. We'll just try it. It was a lot of trial and error making these. Yes, an inch and an eighth. Okay. I'll write down the measurements. We'll do a little card design on my graph paper. And then we need this one we're going to cut to about 3/4 of an inch, but we need to stamp on it first because if we don't get the stamp right, we'll flip it over and stamp on that side. Now for this flower, we need the same thing as before, an inch and a quarter. So you can either take, one of your cards like this, or I already have a piece, and you want an inch and a quarter. And then for the part in the middle, it's exactly the way the card is. We don't need anything separate. So that's, because I wanted these little pieces showing. I wanted this really cool texture from the background showing through. So I left those 1/4 inch little gaps. All right, so there we go. We have everything we need. We have the little flowers. And now we're going to do our stamping. And then we'll clear off and write some measurements before we move on. Because all my cards use the same measurements, believe it or not. They all look totally different, but they used almost the same measurements. I'm going to open up the Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to take that little piece of grid paper. And I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to find the stamp. Let's find the stamp. Here it is. Okay, you make each season of life even more beautiful. Is that the one? Hold on, that's not the one. Okay, it's this one. Oh yeah, it is the stamp. You make each season of life even more beautiful. So that's the stamp. Just making sure because I used a different. So that fits across a card perfectly. So these cards are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. These memories and more cards. Put your stamp down and take your stamping block H and just attach your stamp to it. Now lay it in your ink for a moment. You need a sticky note or something, or actually we'll just use our grid paper. You need to stamp off on grid paper before you stamp onto this. And I usually have my silicone mat, so I'm looking around for it. I think it's in the sink. Oh no, here I found one. Okay, so it's always good to stamp on a silicone mat. So let's just get him stamp onto the. Oh, that came out nice, huh? First try. Oh, I love when the stamp comes out so nice on the first try. And then we're just going to stamp onto this grid paper, this little piece. Memories and more. Okay, it came out good, but I think it's a little tiny bit crooked, but who knows? Let's try the other side to see if we get it a little bit better. See which one I like better. I'm just holding it for a few seconds. Yeah, I like that one better. It just seems like a little bit less crooked to me. All right, so then we're going to shut this. Move this off to the side. Bring the trimmer back, and now you're going to go about 3/4 of an inch. But really, it doesn't really matter. You're just trying to cut your sentiment. And you could see that's 3/4 of an inch. But you can even go a little bit less than 3/4 of an inch, but it's as long as you don't cut off your sentiment. A smidgen less, let's put it that way. A smidgen less, meaning, see that's 3/4, and I just made it a smidgen less. That'll just make it stick out nice on your paper. So you want that little border. Isn't that nice? So then you're going to get your adhesive and attach these together. So this is just, these memories and more, you can just really just make an instant card with one memories. I'm just using my ledge to help me line up things like that. But when you use the memories and more cards, you can make instant cards with just what it says on the Memories and More cards. But I'm just trying to go a little bit further and just make them a little bit better than the cards themselves. Like we're jazzing them up is what we're doing. Crafty goodness. Okay, let's keep on going. We have our things. Now we're ready to write the measurements for you. So let's grab a pen and do a little card sketch. All right, so I'm visual, so I have to do it like this. All right, we have this piece here. And then we have this piece here. And then we have another piece here. And another piece here in the middle. So the sentiment. So I'm going to say 3/4 of an inch for the sentiment. Right? And then we have around it would be this little part. Right? At 1 1/8 inch. That's the little brown part. I'm just going to write brown. So you know, and it's probably not brown, it's soft suede, but just so you can see what I'm talking about here. And then this little piece is the flower. So this is just your 3x4. I'm going to say 4x3 just to, it's the, because we do length times width. These are just the card that it came, like that's the size the card is, those 3x4 cards. And then this panel, okay, and this panel and this panel is 1 1/4 inch. All right, so you're probably wondering, what about the width? The width of these are all 4. They're all the same because I didn't touch the width. They're Memories and More cards. They are 4 inches, so I didn't touch the width of any of them. They're already like that. And now I put them inside there, the ones I was going to use. And now let's see if what happened to it. That's not it. All right, well, we'll put some together. We'll put a little bit together while I'm looking for things. I know I had one with the flowers on it. I don't want to have to go through that whole big pile again. So we're going to take the Memories and More card that we folded. Or did we not fold it? Maybe we didn't fold it. Okay. Let's grab it and fold it. So we're going to take the card and fold it. And I like to use a little ledge again. We'll clean that off. I know you're probably like, she just covered all the measurements and I can't see them. I'm going to clear that. I really am going to clear my table off. You know, I'm a messy crafter, but it's all good. All right. I'm just kind of burnishing the edges. So let's put that, we're going to put this one on top, the little flower, and leave yourself a little 1/4 inch up there, a little bit, not like, you know, like a little bit of a gap on the top. And of course, I've made that a little bit crooked. There's a natural score line in the card, and I'm still like folding it a little bit crooked. Okay, so that's what you want to do for the top piece. Let's put this down. Let's clear off some space and keep going. Look for that flower piece. So you can see the measurements here. So we shall find another flower piece. Here we go. Here's one. Look at that. Good luck that was. So that's going to go in the middle like that. And then we need that little piece to go right like that. So we're going to attach this to that, right? So we're going to go like this. We're going to turn that over and attach it. And then I always like to use, whenever I'm crafting, I like to use my little ledges, the ledges of my trimmer, any kind of ledge to help me keep things straight. Just makes things look more professional. Okay, so that's good. And now we need the little part for the bottom that I just cut. I always amuse myself. It's like, where does anything go? It disappears in seconds. So don't attach this one until you do this one, because then this one is going to be like the equidistant. So you want to attach the bottom piece. I'm just using Seal Plus adhesive. And then you attach, then you leave yourself that little 1/4 inch margin. And then you just center the other piece, whatever's left over, in the space left over. And that's all there is to it. So then we'll do some die cutting. I'm going to put, oops, not upside down, so like that. See? So that's our measurements we're going to use for all of it, except the middle part will be different for each card. But the top panel and the bottom panels are all 1 1/4 inch. And then all my middle panels, I left them exactly as they were. I didn't touch the middle panels. They're all 3x4. I just made the top and the bottom 1.25 inches, just by experimentation. I tried 1.125 inches. It was too little. I tried 1.5 inches. It was too much. This one was just right. Now look at it without the embellishments, and you can see why you need some bling, right? You need some embellishments. So you're going to take the flower that's plain, this flower here, and because it already has really cool texture, we're just going to die cut that. Because it's already like, it already has the little mango melody. All right, so put that there. I need my sandwich. Not a ham and cheese sandwich. I need my die cutting sandwich. Okay, base plate, thin die adapter, plate number 3. You've heard me say this many times on my channel. And then another plate number 3. We're going to put this down, put the little die right there, the little flower die, floral die. And this is the die I'm talking about. You're just going to take it and just put it on there somewhere. It doesn't really matter where you put it. I mean, you're just kind of center. See how it centers? It goes in there. You just kind of, just try not to get the white parts. Just die cut it like that. It kind of fits the shape perfectly. Well, with then some and then some. So it's a little bit of a border. And then you put the extra plate on top and then roll it through. What I'm doing now is I'm just pulling my machine closer. I had to open the other side of it. Okay. And there goes the die. It's on my floor. But at least I have this part, which is what I needed. So there's this part. And I'm going to take the stickers that you learned how to make. Remember, we made stickers in this workshop series. So if you missed that, I guess it was part 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. We did it. I don't remember which part we did it, but we did it. And I don't want to repeat every technique, but we made stickers. So you put adhesive sheet on the back of this distressed gold cardstock, and then you make stickers with your die cuts, and then you peel off your stickers. So we're just layering up the little flower with this sticker material. And the sticker material has a little split in it at the back. So sometimes you have to peel it off in parts. Sometimes it comes off in one sheet, but there's little places it splits up. Now, the way you try to figure out where this goes is I always try to take this little part, this little nook, right? And I try to line up this little nook. See, there's a little nook there. Oops, I think that was the other nook. The other nook. Okay, let's just look at this one. Okay, we have this little nook. Yeah, that's it. See how there's a nook on the side? And it lines up perfectly. And once you line that up, the rest just lines up along the edge perfectly. So you're layering the distressed gold on top of this flower that you cut out, and it's perfect, and you have all that texture. Boom. Awesome. You put some adhesive on it, and just put it on your card. Let's do it opposite. Let's do opposite day here. We're going to go this way and put it that way, because we did that one, this one. So you're just putting 3 of these embellishments. Just lay them out and see how you want to put them. So I have 3 kinds of flowers, so maybe we'll put this one here and the big one on top. I just like to do everything in odd numbers. And you can just see how you jazzed up a card, and it was so simple to make. No cardstock needed. You already have the card bases, and you can make 20 of these easily with your memories and more cards, because you get 50 memories and more cards. I'm probably on my 8th pack or so. And of course, this is going to be fun making these stickers. Let's see. Let's do this one first. We will have a quicker success if I can try this one first. See, that one works. Put that one up here. And sticker. And let's try this one again. It's gonna work this time. There it goes. See, it was to peel it off in pieces. Okay. Sticker. Put that right up there. And we are done. The first card. So that is all there is to it. You make each season of life even more beautiful. Okay, so let's see what else we have. I'm going to get my pile of crafty goodness. And we can see what we have here. We have another floral card, but we just made one, so we'll leave that to show you to a little bit later. We have fall crafty goodness. We have seashells. We have snowflakes. Let's see, I have all the stuff for that one. I don't think, okay, there's nothing for that one. So you can pick winter, spring, summer, or fall. You can't pick summer. You got to pick spring, winter, or fall. You pick. And we'll try to make it as best we can. So winter, fall, spring. I'm going to look for the first vote. And I'll say hello to those of you watching. Hello, Melissa from Texas. Hello, Janet. Nice chatting with you earlier. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Marilyn from Alabama. Thank you. I'm glad you got a lot of ideas from this series, Yvonne. Thank you for watching, Gail from New Hampshire. And Debbie, hello again. Debbie Calsert's here. Kathy Smith's here. Nice chatting with you earlier. We've had a lot of chats today. Hi from Norway. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get to go to Norway. I'm hoping. I earned a trip to Norway, so I'm happy that you're watching, Toril from Norway. Is that how to say it? Toril? Got to learn some pronunciation before I go. Hello, Anne from Pennsylvania. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, thank you for you like the way Yvonne said. I'm upgrading the memories and work cards. Yeah, I'm adding extra bling and stuff. Yvonne, Eileen, hello. Crafty friends. Thank you, Melissa, for saying too. Okay, winter, fall. Winter got the first vote, so winter it is. Okay, so we're going to do a winter card as best we can. Thank you for Melissa for saying to hit the like button. So I'm going to show you how I did that one. And it's the same kind of concept. We're just going to go like, here's our measurements again. We're going to take these little pieces. You have this little, you make me smile. You have this little one. And you have that little one. Best day ever. So that's what you're gathering. Gathering these winter pieces. And we're going to do that same concept again. Right here. 1 inch and a quarter. But this time you can't cut the 1 inch and a quarter off that part, right? You have to turn it this way because otherwise you'd be cutting into the word smile. So you need to go like this. That one you do need to trim down to 4 inches because it's like 1 1/4 inch. So flip it around to the side that says smile. 1 1/4. Right? Done. By 4. That one needs to be by 4. Okay. This one is already by 4. So that's already 4. This one, well, let me see what I did here. I have to look. Where's our card? Let's see what we did. I think it's okay. Okay, for that one, for the word thanks, you need 1 1/4 inch. Let's go ahead and cut 2 of them in case, because we're going to be doing some stamping, so we need to cut 2 of these, just so we can stamp both at once. I kind of like this texture side, so I'm just going to go with that. I'm just kind of making 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so we have these pieces. And we need we need soft succulent. We have that. Evening evergreen. Okay, evening evergreen stamp. And we need this little piece here. Okay, that was it. That was the piece we needed. We needed 2, so we'll just stamp on 1. And 1 more. And that's it. Okay, so let's do this. We can already do this. We can do this part. We can assemble this card very easily. We grab one of these. We fold it down. We look for our spatula. That is already gone. That's okay. It was probably... Okay, it's gone. Grab the nearest stamping block. We improvise when we lose things. All right, then we're going to turn this around. And we're going to... Okay, keep checking that we're opening it on the right side. And you're just going to go ahead and layer it up. Seal plus, put that piece on top. That little bit of a margin. That's the 1 1/4 by 4 inches. And we're going to take one of these pieces and put it down the bottom. Okay, and like so. Leaving the middle part, but don't finish the middle part yet because it's always better to put your sentiment on this before you try to put it onto the card because this will center better. Let's do a little stamping. Let's grab the silicone. And I know I have a tray somewhere. Here we go. We have a tray. We have a silicone. Oh, I have another silicone. First I had none, and now I have two. All right, here we go. We have You Are Amazing Beyond Measure. I should have stamped that before I put that on here. We're going to go ahead and try. Crossing fingers. If not, we got to cover it up. Okay, putting that down here. Oh, wrong stamp. We need You Are Amazing Beyond Measure. That looks, because I was wondering why that was so wide. Okay, we need this one. You Are Amazing Beyond Measure. We're going to tap, tap, tap. Stamp over there. Okay, let's look at where I did it earlier. Kind of in the middle. We're going to go for it. If I had, awesome, it came out. If I had realized, I would not have actually, I would have stamped it first before I adhered it. But it came out nice. This one, we'll go ahead and stamp it first. So we're going to take Soft Succulent. Go ahead and remove that. Put that there. And you need the little swoosh thing. There's a swoosh. So you need the swoosh and you need a light color. You could use Pool Party and do tone on tone. But instead of that, I decided to just use Soft Succulent because it's a light color. And it should be right here. Let me grab it. Okay, opening up the Soft Succulent, and we're going to tap, 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 and make sure we get a good swoosh. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, so for this one, though, because we need the swoosh to be kind of light, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to take my sticky note, right, and I'm going to stamp off. Okay, that's called stamping off. And then I'm going to stamp it onto here. That makes it like it's not as dark. Okay, because it's already kind of a dark color. So if you stamp off, it looks a little better. Okay, now, already getting stuff all over me. Grabbing a baby wipe so we can continue this. We're going to just get this cleaned off a little bit. And now we're going to take the swoosh off and put the word thanks on there. We're going to do thanks in Evening Evergreen. So I'm just putting the swoosh over here for now. Closing the Soft Succulent. We're done with that. And we need the word thanks from our stamp set. It looks like this. Put that flat side up. All right, perfect. Okay, just stamping a couple times on the paper to make sure it looks good. All right, I'm happy with that. So the reason it couldn't be the other sentiment was 1 1/8 inches. So I hope you're tracking that this one couldn't be 1 1/8 inches because you would cut off the swoosh. So that's why I made this one 1 1/4 inches. But other than that, the measurements are the same, pretty much. You know, for this card, the measurements for the card itself. All right, let's see if I'm going to get this all over me. Nope, I'm pretty good. I'm doing good. I didn't have, it does look inky, but let's see which way everything went. So the little snowflakes up there, the sentiments in the middle, not blocking the snowflakes, so it looks like that. So that's how you're going to adhere it. Put a little bit of Seal Plus on your paper. Use your little ledge. So when you're designing here, put the little card here. Push that up against the edge. This is how you make things straight. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Now we're going to turn that over. Put some adhesive on it. I need a sip of water because sometimes I get a little scratchy. All right, there we go. Let me flip this out of the way. And we're going to put the thanks right there. Got a little bit of adhesive coming off the sides. You can use glue too. But I tend to not use glue because I don't want it to kind of seep through these memories and more cards. They're very convenient, but they're surely not as thick as regular Stampin' Up! Cardstock. See, so they're not as thick. So I don't want to use glue and make them bumpy. All right, let's see what else we can do with this. I should have snowflakes already, but I'm thinking a couple stickers, what I put on there last time. See if there's any of those. But we'll just see. I might have already used the snowflake sticker. Yeah, so there was a snowflake sticker, and I put that little snowflake sticker right there. See? So you can put the snowflake sticker right there. Now, right now, I only have a leaf and a flower left, but we have other things. I could put I could put other things there. I have little other embellishments. Grab some of those. Like I have these stars, and I have my bucket of crafty goodness with some snowflakes in it. So we don't have to start over every time. Just see what we have here. Okay, we're going to just see what's in here. Some of these should already be stickers. Okie dokie. We'll use, this one doesn't have sticker material on it, so we'll just go like something like that, or maybe the smaller one. Oh, yeah, right where that other sticker went. So that's what we're going to do there. Adding a little glue. Okay, a little glue here. All right, I should have used my fine tip glue. That glue went all over the place. All right, fine tip glue is on standby in case I need it. Let's see what we can do here. I think some of these are already stickers. Not sure. Nope. I can't tell if these are stickers or not. I don't remember if I cut them with sticker material. Yeah. So I'm just going to assume I didn't and just put a little bit of glue on them. So I'm just putting some bling around. Just adding bling to these cards just to jazz them up. So do some die cutting, but don't do all the die cutting each time you make a card. Just batch create, batch die cut, do your stuff in stages. There was another one here. I'm just grabbing stuff I had here. And then we'll put 4 of these, but then we'll put some of to make it an odd number, because I like to use odd numbers of embellishments. We will put some stars on there. Let's see what other kind of bling we have. Hold on. There might be some cool. Oh, these are cool. Pearls. I'm just grabbing whatever I have here. Pearls are cool. I have some of these gems. These are cool. You have different kinds of embellishments in your kits. So just grab out some of these gemstones are cool. Put one down there. Oh, I'm loving those. They came with sequins too, sequins and gems. Okay, let's see what we're up to. We still look like we have an even number, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's an even number. 9, 10, 11. Let's do 9, 10, 11. There's no such thing as over embellishing, guys. There we go. And we have a totally blinged out card. And that's how you do it. That's how you jazz up your memories and more cards. Let me wipe off my hands before I show you the rest of these finished projects. That's how it's done. And you improvise when you don't have that many stickers, but you should have, I'm not sure, I think you get 2, yeah, you do. You get 2 sheets of these. So you all have one in your kit, but in actuality, in each kit, you get 2 sheets of each kind of sticker, 2 of each card. So you get 50 cards. So you can make all kinds of stuff with this, what I'm showing you. All right, and we just cleared the deck so I could show you all these projects here. We have, today, I have these cards to show you. Let me put all that over there. Then I have I'm going to move this down a little bit so you can see more of a clear table. And I have one that I made with just snowflakes somewhere too. All right, so you could see how you could just take something from earlier in this series. We just created, I showed you in this series how to create this card background with the baby wipe technique. And you can see how you can just take the little piece of the Memories and More card. That's just a little grid paper and a little piece behind it. And you can see how easy it is to bling out any card just using nothing more than the Memories and More cards. That's just all that is. You just stamp right onto them for texture. Okay, this is the one we made just now. This is the one I made earlier, the same thing. You just see I used a little sticker there. And there's much more bling on the one we made now. This one needs some stars for sure. I'm loving these stars. I'm on my like 6th or 7th pack of these things. I love these things. Mainly I love them because they're flat and they just easy to ship when things are flat. All right, so I'm gonna put that over there. Then here's one that I made with seashells, but I didn't have any extras of the seashells. Like this one I'd already used up. But here's a seashell card. That's what I was telling you. Save that piece of congratulations so you can make a card out of that later. Okay, and then you have Make Your Dreams Happen. That's one of the stickers. Now for this one, when you get the seashell piece, it's not going to contrast with this card. So I inked around the edges with soft succulent on this little piece here, just to make it contrast with the background, so it would stick out. Okay, and then we did the floral one. We did this one together. And it looks like I spilled water on it or something, but it kind of looks cool. Okay. It actually looks like it's supposed to be like that, like some kind of color on the back of the paper. Then here's the fall one. And the fall one I did use these papers here. So I used this piece here, trimmed off little pieces of it, and this piece here. And then one of the orange pieces, or one of the Mango Melody pieces, but I don't have any more of those. That color. And just a few of the stickers, some die cuts, and a couple stickers. Okay, so that's how I made that one. I'll just lay these all out. So we have this dent, dent, dent. Okay. Then we have this floral one. It uses that one piece. Here, I actually show you what you use here. So for this one, you're going to use this piece here. Right? Sending Good Vibe piece. Then you're going to use this piece here that we used earlier. One of the love stickers, a couple of the little flower stickers. You're going to use this piece here for the sentiment. It's a nice little piece to stamp onto. And then you're going to use this card here. So you're going to do the same exact technique I showed you earlier. We're going to cut the flower out of this piece and then layer it up. Here, let me show you closer that. Layer it up with the gold on top, the distressed gold. So that's how you do this card. And the one that we made earlier together. So that's how to use the Memories and More cards, and that little piece is Memories and More, to make your projects. Okay, so that was today, part 7. I'm going to work backwards and show you what we did in this series so that you can get an idea of all that you can do with this season of Chic. So in part 6, if you missed it, we made shaker boxes. Yay! These were so fun to make. You use your little bucket of crafty. Oh, there's where my seashell went. I'm like, how come I'm missing one of those? That little seashell there is what we put in the back of the shaker box, and I just love how it came out. That little shell is from one of the Memories and More cards. We just used those little sequins that were in your kit. The Here For You is one of the stickers. And a little stylish shaped die in the back of that. Little black cardstock for the box. So that was part 6. It's a shaker box. If you missed it, check out part 6. And then part 6 then we're back counting down, maybe part 5. I don't remember which part was which necessarily, but in one of the parts I did the baby wipe technique. And you saw the baby wipe technique was when I showed you how to make these card backgrounds, but we also decorated this envelope treat box and this little treat box using the baby wipe technique. So we'll just kind of pile that there. And I just want to see if there's some more baby wipe techniques in here. I haven't been through my box in a while. Here we go. Here's a bunch of cards I made with that technique. So we'll pull all those out. Okay, so this is what we did in this series. I showed you how to make the baby wipe technique use it for card backgrounds. And you can see how you can layer up that beautiful Texture Chic Designer Series paper and die cut things and just make a lot of stuff with it. These sentiments are all from the Season of Chic stamp set. You can see I love bling. I love adding bling to my cards. These ones are probably going to be some customer thank you cards, these kind. I'm not going to be my actual Christmas cards because I haven't started on the Christmas card yet. So these will probably be more like thank you cards. Thinking of you, and just to send to friends as well. I'm here for you. That's the one we made together live with that little decorative circle punch. All right, this one we did, that was a different part. We did that one over there. Then we did, I'm not sure what order we did these in, but this one, we did floral cards one day. And in that theme, I showed you how to take those Memories and More cards and layer them up with some gold. Here's another example of what you could do with the Memories and More cards. You can add your linen thread to those. So this goes along with the theme we just had tonight. But it also goes along with the technique I was showing you about layering up those flowers. So we did this card here. We did floral birthday cards was the theme of that part. And we used the Memories and More cards for this project as well. And you should have like still enough to do tonight's projects because I think I gave you 5 in your kit, in your workshop kit. And here was some evening evergreen in the background. And then here's another one I made. And you all should have this little piece in your kit. I punched it out for you, and it has a little bit of texture. So it's from the Timber 3D embossing folder. Okay, so those are floral cards. And then we did something called, let's see, that was number 1. I think that was number 2. Oh, this was part of the floral theme. We did diaper folds. And that was part of the floral theme. Okay, and then we did something called sticky note holders. And that was when we did this theme here with the snowflakes. I don't remember if this is part 2 or 3, but I'm just showing you all the things we did in this series. We made sticky note holders. I'm going to have to just get a bigger table, huh? Let me move this off so you could see the projects better. Okay, I'll show you the next sticky note holder. I showed you had little Velcro in your kit. And for this one, we took a snowflake out of a Memories and More card called Enjoy Your Day. And we took that snowflake out of there and then inserted one made of glimmer paper. And then what we did is take that little snowflake that we punched out, or we die cut out, and look, we used it as the closure for the sticky note holder. Lots of fun, right? Then that same day, we did these Matchbook treat holders. I almost forgot about all the things we did in the series. How fun. And this was all just in 1 month. 7 parts. 1 month, we did this all during the month of August, and this is just a little overflow into September. Because I didn't think my next series was going to be ready, but then Stampin' Up, it hit, stuff had been out of stock and it came back. All right, before I show you what we did in parts 1 and 2, I also have these little boxes I've been making along the way, just to see what they would look like in different seasons. This is called the Cracker Treat Box, and I decided, oh, what would that look like stamped with shells? So I did that. What would it look like stamped with leaves? So I did one for fall. What would it look like stamped in snowflakes? That's the little Love You stamp from this set. It's really cute. And then this one, instead of stamping with flowers, I just simply used the floral paper because I wanted to make sure I made a Cracker and Treat Box from the Cracker and Treat Box dies for every season. And then we did some fall cards. Here are the fall cards we made. This was a really cool die. It's really cool. It's a big die. It makes giant pieces, giant cutouts, but you can cut them in half and turn them into these little pieces like that. So I love the fall cards. Oh, you're welcome, Marilyn. Marilyn's saying thanks for the great ideas. Lala's Crafts is here. Hello. Yeah, swoosh. She likes the swoosh, Kathy's saying. Good morning, Jan from Ohio. Okay, I see you guys voted. I didn't miss your votes. I was just taking the first vote. Wow, let's see what we ended up winning now. Winter, fall, spring. Okay, well, I'm glad we did winter because I couldn't do them all. And then in part 1, we made this gatefold card. So I showed you how to make a gatefold card. We used Evening Evergreen, and we created a gatefold card. And in this case, the same exact design, but you could turn it different ways. Just like today, all those Memories and More cards were the same design over and over, just with different seasons. So that was, in conclusion, the Season of Chic workshop series. So now I will show you the sneak peek of what we started in. So that was that. Conclusion, thank you. It's in an annual catalog. You can still get this until end of April or beginning of May 2023. So it's going to be around for a long time. These are all season projects, and I hope they inspire you. I hope this is on your wish list. Now, I want to show you what we did in part 1 of my new workshop series, the one I'm doing during September. So I had postponed the series. I was trying to drag this one out while I was waiting for these products to come in. However, it is in. So we're doing Rustic Harvest, Hello Harvest. But I'm calling it the Rustic Harvest Workshop Series because it's based on the Hello Harvest stamp set bundle, whatever, with the dies, and the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. So this new workshop series for the month of September involves a lot of heat embossing and some more advanced techniques, so that's going to be fun. And I don't have a kit to go along with it because I wanted you to be able to get your embossing tools you need, the heat embossing tool, and all the things you need. So during part 1, we created these diaper fold treat pouches. And you could see how we use copper embossing powder on the little leaf and on the hello. And we created this card using embossing powder. So we did this card here, and I did blending here on the top. We blended the paper. This is Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper, crushed Kerry, and we blended the paper. So it was black and white paper, but I blended it. And you can see how I like using swooshes in this one too. Swooshes all over. That's a different kind of swoosh, but swirlies. They're more like swirlies than swooshes. But there's that distressed gold cardstock again. So if you have the Texture Chic suite, you can use that distressed gold cardstock along with this suite because it coordinates. And that's the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. Here's one that I embossed in black instead of copper. And there's a nice pumpkin with some Wink Stella on it. And we'll be doing something with this 3D pumpkin soon as well. This is what clear embossing powder looks like. Embossing powder is just fantastic. You can heat it up and watch it transform. It's like magic. So that's when I'm starting a new bucket of crafty goodness for this one. We'll be wrapping up those ones and working on fall for this whole month. And then, for those of you who like to plan ahead and shop ahead, because I know you like to just order once a month. A lot of my customers order just once a month. I know you're on limited budgets, but this is going to be part of what we do for the month after. So, okay, what month is it? September, October. This is October's workshop. Jingle, jingle, jingle. 3 jingles. I thought it had 2, but it's 3 jingles. So we're going to be doing 2-step stamping, some Stamparatus tips and tricks, lots of Christmas and holiday cards with this one. Okay, so jingle, jingle, jingle is what we're going to be using. It doesn't have coordinating dies, but I'll be talking about which dies go along with this. We'll be using several different dies, but you can also just cut rectangles if you need to. So that's what's going on in my YouTube world. I appreciate you all watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, so your engagement will help you see more of them on your timeline. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. This is the Papered Chef.